Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Megaman X2. In the last part we started off the game and had these 3 X-Hunters appear in 3 random stages, although I think they are based off where the location you exit from. Basically, if you remember back in a Wheelgator stage, I pointed out a little boss room looking door that we couldn't enter. The there's one of those in every level, and the X-Hunters will always be behind them if they're in that level. Personally speaking, I always take them on when they're here in Overdrive Ostrich's stage, which is pretty much going to be getting a sneak peek in order so we can fight Violen. To get here, you need to use the spike wheel in order to destroy these blocks, and this is me remembering to show off, oh yeah, this isn't classic, I can use the L and R buttons. And Violen is right through here. X, I shall crush you like a tin cat. Why didn't I make him Arnold before? Good God, that's a genius idea. Anyway, Violen likes to have his little mace thing, which really hurts, by the way. Fly around, usually at set angles. Well, not really set angles, but if you're familiar with how angles work, you should be able to tell where it's going. And aside from that, he'll jump around and fire certain types of projectiles at you, which I think we're going to see fairly soon. And while the projectiles don't hurt, and by the way, he can actually, here they are right here. He can also fire those from the ground. Aside from, yeah, in fact, he just did them both. The chain ball is your greatest fear here, because it really hurts. At this point, it'd do like a fourth of my health. Like so. He's also weak to Bubble Crab's weapon, by the way, so, yeah, you keep that in mind. It cannot be. Now the unification is in jeopardy. Yeah. But luckily, Violen's gone, and for beating him, we got 0 parts number 2. They do give set 0 parts, like in this one, he gave us 0 parts 2, which is the torso of Zero. And I had to get a game over and over to exit. And now that I'm in those 2 stages, I forget which one I'm going to be fighting next. By the way, we're going to Bubble Crab's stage next. And this is the first level in the game we can go to that we cannot 100% on the first try. Well, first stage that you can 100% if you're taking the route I am. By the way, fun little fact actually, Bubble Crab's musical track would later appear in Megaman X5 as Duff McWhalen's theme. And actually both versions are kick-ass, I'm not sure which one I like better. So if I've Let's Played X5 by the time you see this, I doubt I will have, considering how long it's been since I did X1. Yeah, keep that in mind. Again, the only X games I'm not looking forward to Let's Playing are 7, 6, and... yeah, 7, 6, and 5, actually. Well, no, 3, 7, 6, and 5. Because 3 is just boring, same with 7. 6 is just terribly designed. 5 is just so backtrack heavy. Anyway, there's that little platform that I just showed off there. We're gonna need to climb that up, which I don't. Now let's get up there, shall we? But up here we got the stage's Heart Tank. There is also a sub-tank in this level, but we can't get it until we get Bubble Crab's weapon. And even then, you'll need the buster parts that I got through a skip last time. So yeah, keep that in mind. And this little fishbot thing, you can destroy it, and I will be destroying it later on, but aside from that, it's really pointless. Just keep out of its sights as long as possible, dash jump at every opportunity, and you should be fine. Also, recently learned you can pause when the water was lowering there. I never noticed that. I'm sorry. Got absorbed into the soundtrack there. I really do love Bubble Crab's theme. Not much of the X2 and 3 soundtracks are that memorable to me, but when a theme is memorable, it really is. There's a reason this and a certain song from later in the game got brought back into later X games. But actually, we're on Bubble Crab right now. He's weak to the spike wheel, hence why I'm going in this order. So get that out and prepare for what is actually not that hard of a battle. Bubble Crab himself only has 2 or 3 attacks, actually. He likes to generate a bubble around him, which you can break with the spike wheel or a couple buster shots. You can break it with the spike shield. His main attack is when you dash over him, or jump over him in general, actually. He'll do that little claw attack thing. And also, every now and then, it's very rare, he will cause little crablets to appear, or whatever you'd call little crabs. They like to track you down and hurt a lot. Also, I've never had this happen before in my entirety of playing the game. You're about to see probably one of the most stupidly hilarious results of invincibility frames I've ever seen. Right about now. Jesus Christ, I've never seen that happen. Yeah, but Bubble Crab, really easy boss. Nothing too big to deal with. Even with the Mega Buster, he's not X Buster rather, he's not that hard. In fact, he'd be a good first choice for a level, actually. But seriously, Bubble Crab, you went right into that thing 4 times. You, sir, are an idiot. But for beating Bubble Crab, we get the Bubble Splasher. This is actually Violen's weakness, as I mentioned before, so if you have this before going to fight Violen, you're all the better. It's a rather simple weapon, actually, but since we have that now, we can actually go back into Bubble Crab's stage and get the sub-tank we weren't able to before, so let's go and do that, shall we? And at this part of the level right here, charge up the Ray Splasher? That's a weapon from X3, Kyle. Charging the Bubble Splasher, Jesus, will allow you to have bubbles around you, and doing so in water increases your jump height tremendously. If you jump right at the edge of the water, you can get the sub-tank. And doesn't mean showing off the exit unit. If you beat in a stage, you can go to the pause menu and exit manually from there. You can also exit by going to the boss room. Anyway, next boss we're going after is kill.Stag. And if I recall correctly, kill.Stag was actually in, I think it was Megaman Extreme 1 or 2. I forget which one exactly. I think it was Extreme 1. I would load up my cartridge, but I don't feel like doing that. And I gotta say, I love kill.Stag's stage theme. Mind you, X2 and 3 really overused that electric guitar, but in certain stages it works really well. And anyway, you're going to want to ride this beetle up right here and get onto this platform right here without failing like that. And you might have seen it in the pause menu a couple times by now, but that little torso in the bottom right is Zero's torso. That is the Zero part we got from Violen. I'm not sure where they were putting those, because the torso is rather big, and so are the legs. Anyway, by riding up the beetle, you get sub-tank number 3. I'm forgetting where number 4 is, actually. I'll probably remember once I enter the stage it's in. Anyway, the beetle's the only way you can actually destroy those little thin walls. And doing so there will get you a couple of energies. Not sure how I destroyed that thing. I was facing the completely opposite direction. Unless, I don't think it has a back, yeah, I don't think it actually has, unless the sprite count's a bit behind it as well. There's probably some technical stuff there I'd rather not think about. Anyway, aside from the sub-tank, the hard tank in this level is actually right in your path. It's right there, it's just that you have to destroy this guy before the lava gets to you. Note that the lava is not instant death, unlike Classic. Ruined forever. But actually, that's kind of helpful, because this area can get kind of treacherous. If you're looking for the X-Hunter path, by the way, you have to have this beetle right here destroy the wall I was right next to a minute ago. Actually, more like a second ago, actually. And in Bubble Crab stage, if I recall correctly, you have to go all the way to the top of the water-filled room towards the end. And in Wire Sponge's stage, if you remember those little elevator sequences? Like the really big elevator. That was like towards the end of the stage. I believe it's underneath that. Anyway, these squirrels here like to light the gas on fire. I'm not sure why there's random gas canisters in the wild, but there are. And they're nothing big deal. Although this little guy right here, I hate because I find him almost impossible to avoid. Not that he is impossible to avoid. There are perfect runs of the game, so yeah. Anyway, kill.Stag is actually one of the easiest bosses in the game with his weakness, which is obviously I almost said Ray Splasher again, Bubble Splasher. And honestly, I don't remember what his pattern is without his weakness. It's been so long since I fought him normally that I've just pretty much got the Bubble Splasher pattern engraved into my head. His pattern with the Bubble Splasher, shoot it at him, he throws a fireball or two. Ray Splasher, Bubble Splasher, fireball. Bubble Splasher, fireball. Bubble Splasher, fireball. Repeat ad nauseum, and he shall die. It's really sad too, because if I recall correctly, this guy is actually a really fun fight without the Bubble Splasher, but that's the way of weaknesses. They reset patterns. Sorry, kill.Stag. I remember you being a ironically cool guy, but well. Can you finish exploding now? Thank you. By the way, I love the little stage clear theme. Not as much as X1's, though. X1's soundtrack is overall superior, though. But for beating kill.Stag, we get the Speed Burner, I believe. Yep. You'll see what it does right now as a normal shot, but charging it up pretty much acts as an air dash. It's actually how you get certain things like the Heart Tank and Wheelgator stage. And a couple other things we'll be doing later on. But with that, I'm going to need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching, rate, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And next time on Let's Play Megaman X2, the next boss we're going after is Morph-Moth, but I might be going over to Overdrive Ostrich in order to fight the X-Hunter that's there. See you guys then.